What's up, everybody? This is a very impromptu little hangout here before the trade deadline ends in about 35 minutes. To answer your question of this live stream, no, I don't think the Chiefs make a move before the trade deadline, but if you're like me, I'm not getting anything done anyway because I keep looking at Twitter, looking at what could happen, moves that could be made from what team. So I figured, dude, since I'm not being productive anyway, I'm just going to hang out with you guys and we can kind of hang out and watch it together. So let's keep our eyes glued on Twitter, all that fun stuff. But first, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys are doing well. This is just going to be like a quick 40 minute stream. Still probably will stream tonight too. After take the kids to trick-or-treating, but dude, I'm not getting any work done anyway, so we're just gonna hang out. Trade deadline has been boring. Yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot. We can look at what's happened so far because somebody just posted about it. I mean, here's really all that's happened today. Chase Young. Oh, I don't care about. Hold on a second. No. Here we go. This is what I want. All right, here's the trade so far. Giants trade Leonard Williams to the Seahawks for a second and fifth. Commanders make a couple back-to-back trades. I was actually surprised they traded both, but they traded defensive end Montez Sweat to the Bears for a second. Then they traded defensive end Chase Young to the 49ers for a third. How many? Bro, the 49ers have made so many trades. Even just like the past couple of years, it's been insane. Vikings traded guard Ezra Cleveland to the Jags for a sixth. The Cardinals traded QB Josh Dobbs. Remember, QB Josh Dobbs, I believe, has been starting for the Cardinals. But now with Kirk Cousins tearing his, allegedly rupturing his Achilles. Like I said, allegedly. You can tell I've been studying Justin Ross court case stuff. But they traded Josh Dobbs and a seventh to the Vikings for a sixth. And then most recently, the Browns traded wide receiver Donovan Peoples-Jones to the Lions for a sixth. And that's currently where we are. Cannon said missing school for this. Andy, happy Halloween, brother. Yeah, to answer your the question of this stream, guys, I do not think the Chiefs make a move before the deadline. I would be pretty surprised if they make a move. Maybe they actually do trade somebody away. The Chiefs only have 5 draft picks next year. Only 5, which isn't a lot. They don't have a lot of cap space either. You could make something happen, but I'm more intrigued about the fact they don't have any draft picks next year. Just 5 for now. So I would think they would maybe consider trading somebody away to load up on a late round pick or something maybe. Veach is normally pretty gold at striking late in rounds. I mean, think of Isaiah Pacheco, 7th round pick, Trey Smith, 6th round pick. Those are a couple recently that have been big hits, like late. I mean, Joshua Williams was a late round pick. And he's he's not necessarily a starter, but he rotates in the secondary. You know, this year, Keandre Coburn was a 6th round pick, and he's gone. So it's kind of hit or miss sometimes, but that's kind of where it's at. Mike Evans, yeah, we'll see Smooth. I'm not going to I'm not gonna get my hopes up for really anybody, to be honest. We need a receiver. Jalen Watson was 7th. What was Josh Williams? He was a 4th. No. Why am I... He was from Fayetteville State D2 draft selection. Was he a 4th? Maybe I was going off the top of my head. 4th round. Yeah, Jalen Watson was the 7th who has become the starter. Josh Williams was actually a 4th round pick. So that actually further validates their ability to hit in recent years on late round picks. So... Jalen Watson, if he was a 7th, which I'm pretty sure whoever said that was right, he's a starter. Yeah, and then Patrick Mahomes is a starter. Nazeeh Johnson, I think, was a 7th round pick, and he was looking like he was going to be a starter, at least on special teams, before tearing his ACL. Let's go back to Twitter. The Commanders now have 5 picks in the first 3 rounds, with the last of those likely to land at around 100th overall. Member owner Josh Harris runs an analytics-heavy Sixers operation. Okay, cool. Yep. Yeah, what else? T-minus 30 minutes before the deadline is over. Yeah, we'll just go over them all again, but Detroit got traded for Donovan Peoples-Elbow. Cleveland got a 2025 6th-round pick. This was surprising to me. 49ers get Chase Young, and it was for a 2024 3rd-round pick. I thought it was a 3rd-round compensatory pick at that, I thought. Jacksonville got Ezra Cleveland from the Vikings in exchange for a 2024 6th. Yeah, then with Kirk Cousins' injury, they got the Vikings traded for Josh Dobbs and a 2024 7th in exchange for a 2024 round 6th. They just swapped late round picks in 2024. Then the Bears got Montez Sweat in exchange for a 2024 2nd. Very interesting. And then, what is this? Kentavious Street in a 2025 7th in exchange for a 2024 6th. That happened a little bit ago. This happened last week? Eagles add all-pro to secondary. They got safety Kevin Byard in exchange for Terrell Edmonds, a 2024 5th and a 2024 6th. And then this is how you know we're a little far back on here, but the Chiefs did trade for a receiver. It just might not be the receiver some people want. Can't forget, last year they traded for Kadarius Toney right around this time. They got McCole Hardman, and then they swapped 2025 7th for a 2025 6th with the Jets. So that's kind of all that's really gone on. Justin Jefferson to the Chiefs? Not likely. Not likely. I would pretty much imagine the Vikings build around Justin Jefferson, go with a young QB. Amani said draft picks don't really matter when it comes to improving your roster with veteran talent and years of experience, and rather wait for a rookie to develop. I don't know, man. I understand some of the thought there, but Brett Veach has been pretty good at hitting them recently. Specifically, think about last year draft. I think they had 8 of the 10 draft picks playing in the game. 7 or 8 of the 10 picks were playing in the Super Bowl, or they at least suited up for it, which is pretty mind-blowing. The Chiefs have the second average, youngest aged defense in the NFL. They have to go a little bit younger and cheaper at times because, think about it, dude, Mahomes' contract is a heavy hitter. You want to look at all these, I realize you guys are just staring at this, but you want to look at all the stacked teams. They've all got quarterbacks on rookie deals, specifically 49ers and Dolphins. Here's something. Packers defensive back Rasul Douglas is off to the Bills. So that's new 2 minutes ago. Then it looks like the Bears have gave cornerback Jalen Johnson permission to seek a trade, but it looks like he's going to stay in Chicago. So there's that. D-Hop, Higgins, someone. The Bengals are back, man. They're looking a lot better now that Joe Burrow's healthy. I don't think the Bengals move from Chai T. Higgins. No, I don't think so. Justin Jefferson, if only, man. Yep. 49ers traded for Chase Young. Yes, sir. Michael said, I love a loss. It exposes weaknesses. Now you know you need to work on to get better what you have. Yeah, for sure. Losses better be the biggest motivator for a team like the Chiefs because they don't lose a lot. So you have to get pretty motivated when you lose. Smooth said, so we're not going to do anything, huh? I was like, probably not, to be honest. But you never know. I figured just like 560 of you in here already, you're not working anyway. I mean, maybe you are, but I'm not, I'm supposed to be scripting some YouTube shorts for Troy to edit, and I couldn't even focus. So I'm actually texting him now. Yo, what's up, Chiefs King? Jonas Simmons. It has been reported, basically, the Raiders said there's no way in hell that they're going to be trading Devontae Adams. Obviously, the Chiefs would never get him. But, dude, just seeing him last night in that game, how frustrated and upset he was, he's just rotting away. He's just rotting away in Las Vegas, dude. But it was by his own choice, you know. It's by his own choice. Who's a wide receiver coach? It's Connor Embry. Yeah. It's Connor Embry. I think last year, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in chat, it was Joe Blameyer. But he moved up. Is he the passing game coordinator? QB coach? I don't even know what Joe Blameyer is doing right now. Joe Blameyer. I did not know that's how you spelled his name. Yeah, he's a pass game coordinator, and Connor Embry moved into the role of the wide receiver coach. Oh. Nothing really happening here. Giants are signing QB Danny DeVito, Tommy DeVito to their active roster. Seahawks released Sir Roderick Thompson. Dude, there's been some funny names today. I like this. Yep. Motivation produces momentum. Exactly, Michael. I like that. Yeah, Marquise Brown. That's an intriguing one to me. Don't think the Chiefs really move. But we got 22 minutes. I can't do math to find out here. Yo, what's up, Nico? Thanks for the 5 bomb, brother. How you feeling about the deadline, and do you think the Chiefs will make any moves? Also, I love your videos. Go Chiefs Kingdom. I don't know that I feel anything about the deadline. I'm dead inside since losing to Denver. You cannot hurt me any more than the Chiefs already did on Sunday. But do I think the Chiefs make a move? No. I would be pretty surprised if they make a move. If they do, it might be actually the Chiefs moving somebody away for a late round pick. If any of you saw my video last night, it's been reported that the Chiefs were shopping wide receiver Richie James, who's due to come back from IR soon. But with McCole Hardman being here, it kind of puts Richie James in a weird spot because he was the team's returner. So I doubt the Chiefs make a move, but I would be totally fine to be wrong, guys. I would be fine to be wrong. I'll tell you what's probably not going to happen is ML Football and his sources, because his sources are probably voices in his own head. But he said the Chiefs really like Chicago Bears standout wide receiver Darnell Mooney. I mean, I wouldn't complain about that, but just like, dude, I don't know that happens. You know what I've been doing during this time is I was researching some stuff for Sky Moore. Look at this. Sky Moore has less than 23 receiving yards in 6 out of 8 games played so far this season, despite running the third most routes on the team, only behind MVS and Kelsey. He's currently averaging 3 targets a game for just under 2 catches and 21 yards. Not good. Total on the year, if you average out what he's done in the first 8 weeks to season's end, 350 yards and 2 TDs. That's only 100 more yards than his rookie year, and he's on pace to run double the routes he did last year. He ran like 200 last year, and he's already done that this year through 8 games. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yo, Zach with the 10 bomb. Appreciate that, man. What's up, Cole? Have you heard a rumor about Darnell Mooney? Oh, that's actually hilarious. I just pulled that up. I didn't even see that dono when I pulled that up. But yeah, I mean, there's like a loose rumor that I've heard, but I need somebody better than this account. This joke of an account. You know what I mean? I heard Veach and KC really likes him. I've watched highlights and he's not bad. No, he'd be an intriguing guy, young guy. We could have had Pickens. Bro, every freaking Steelers game I watch. I live in Kansas City, which I'm sure some of you do too, but I get a lot of the Steelers games on Sundays, and I'm like, always watching. I'm always watching games and watching Pickens go off. Yo, the Bills traded a 3rd-round pick to the Packers for cornerback Rasul Douglas and a 5th. What does that say to you about Elam? What does that say to you about Elam? He's been like a healthy scratch. Kaiir Elam. Do the Bills have more injuries in their secondary?
And when it's grim, be the grim reaper.
I always like to troll about Kaiir. He went to the Bills, right? We hopped the Bills for Kaiir. Yeah, he was drafted. Yeah, drafted by the Bills. Yeah, right after we hopped over them for McDuffie. Am I tripping about what's going on in their secondary? That's a definite troll post, but we're going to post it. Yo, Nefarious with the 5. Appreciate you, man. I wouldn't be surprised if nothing happens. Yeah, and they just include McCole Hardman and more offensive plays and reduce Sky Moore's role. Yeah, that's probably what happens, to be honest. I'm also I'm intrigued. Like, what the heck is going on with Kadarius Toney? His snaps have been down. I mean, let me see if I can find Chiefs snap counts versus Broncos. Week 8 snap counts. Kadarius Toney. Where's he at? Yeah, I don't understand it. Kadarius Toney, his snaps keep going down. Rashee Rice's snaps are going up, which is nice. Yeah, Kadarius Toney. Hardman's reps doubled, 11 to 22 from week 7 to week 8. And Toney has now played a combined 25 snaps in the last 2 weeks after having 30 the game prior. So, I don't know, dude. I'm pretty confused about Kadarius Toney a little bit here. Yo, Eric Wahlberg, who is our wide receiver coach, and fire him. It's Connor Embry. And from what I understand, Connor Embry's he's never coached wide receivers before or played the position at a professional level. Somebody in chat, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to misspeak on him. But I didn't like research that in depth, but I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. No, nothing else yet. We still looking. Who's the wide receiver coach and fire him? Jeez. Shalom said Veach needs to be fired. What? Why? I don't think so, Tim. But I understand some people are frustrated about the wide receiver room. I get that. But Veach needs to be fired? I mean, dude, the Chiefs just won the Super Bowl last year. 5 straight AFC championships, you know? I understand some of that is not, like some of the centerpieces are not Veach picks, but he's done better every year. You know, I understand Kelsey's not a Veach pick. Mahomes isn't technically a Veach pick, even though Veach was very high on Patrick Mahomes and said, you guys got to watch this guy. You guys got to watch this guy. You guys got to watch this guy. Chris Jones is not a Veach pick. I get that. But Nick Bolton, I believe Willie Gay, Snead, a bunch of guys. I mean, Rashee, he's doing well. Pacheco, Clyde was a miss. I'll admit that. And Veach struggled in his first year drafting pretty bad. There was some not so good players there. And they have struggled drafting some skilled players for sure. Like Sky Moore is not panning out right now. I get that. He's not where he needs to be. CEH either. You know, I understand. Yo, Nefarious with another 5 said, I honestly think that the intention was to have Ross more involved around the bye week, but his arrest threw off the plans. Yeah, he was starting to get an uptick in snaps. It wasn't an overwhelming amount of snaps, but yes. I'm sure that threw some things off. I'm still looking here. I'm looking at Twitter. I don't see anything right now. The last thing was still the Bills trading for Rasul Douglas. Yep, that's kind of where we are. And then Nefarious with another 5, I'd actually be okay with the Tony trade. I was hard on Tony last year and to start the season, but his drops are hurting us. When's the last time Tony really dropped a pass outside of week 1? Can somebody tell me? I know he had a couple bad ones week 1. But has Tony really dropped any passes since then? Now, mind you, he hasn't really been targeted that much, but Gianluca, I don't know how to pronounce that because I'm terrible at this. But thanks for the 5, said, I will go to the Chiefs game on Sunday in Germany, and I'm so excited to watch my first Chiefs game. Greeting from Switzerland. Love the videos. Dude, let's go. All the way from Switzerland. Have fun at the Germany game, man. I hope the Chiefs get a dub for you, brother. That's the hope. Yeah, this is the newest stuff going on right now. It's nothing new. It's just a refresher. Bears cornerback Jalen Johnson, who received permission from the team to seek a trade, he's expected to stay in Chicago, which is probably why the Bears gave him permission to seek a trade. They must have had a feeling he may not get much. So that's probably why he's staying, I would assume. Everyone's dropping balls now. It's not just Tony. No, it's not just Tony, but the Chiefs wide receiver room does lead the NFL in drops, I think, with 18. So for everybody, clowning on Mahomes and his stats right now, the thing about some of that is Mahomes can't catch it for him, dude. He can't throw a pass, run up there to his receiver and say, catch it like this, catch the ball in your hands. Now, is Mahomes playing elite football right now? Nice. He's still playing good football. One of the top QBs in the NFL, but last game was pretty bad. He was sick as a dog, but it was pretty bad. So he's got to play better. But dude, the Chiefs lead the NFL in drops with 18? 18 freaking drops, dude. What? That's insane. That's not helping. Let's see. The Patriots listened but are hanging on to young contract year guys. Josh Uche? Is that how you say his last name? I don't know. Kyle Duggar and Mike Onwenu. I'm told they never got any calls on Mac Jones or Zeke Elliott. Why would they say this? Nefarious with another 5. Would be a shame if that Chiefs belt arrived and appeared in a member's household. You got to drop a link where to get that belt in Discord. It's sexy AF. It's NFL Shop, man. Yeah, NFL Shop. NFLshop.com. If you go to Chiefs belt, I think. Yeah, right here. This belt. Boom. There it is. There it is. That's the belt. NFLshop.com. Nothing else yet. Eric with a 5 after the 2-bomb. Appreciate that, man. Same peeps calling for Veach firing now are probably calling for Spags firing 2 years ago. Silly. Yeah. I hear very little Spags calls for Spags to be fired these days. I'll tell you that. Yo, Clips with the 2. Cole, we should trade Richie, CEH, and Tony for Devontae. We couldn't even afford Devontae's contract now, and that guy's 31. Now, I like Devontae. I think he's one of the best receivers in the league. I also think he is withering away in Las Vegas, but he made that choice, man. Sometimes you make your bed, you got to lay in it. Now, at the same time, he's laying in a bed full of money, so it can't be that bad. I saw somebody tweet out somewhere, maybe it was Nick Wright. He said, Devontae Adams has the best job in the NFL. He gets paid top-tier money to run routes and not take tackles because they don't know how to throw him the ball. And so he's living the life right now. I think that was Nick Wright. Could be wrong. Justin with the 5. Appreciate you, man. Based on what we've seen thus far, do you think the Bills and Bengals games will be competitive based on how they and the Chiefs are doing? Yeah, I think the Bills, they're kind of up and down, but they've been winning. What are they? 5-3? What are the Bills' record? Bills are 5-3. Yeah, that should be a fun competitive game. The Bengals are looking pretty good, dude. Joe Burrow seems, if he's not 100%, he seems almost back to health. Yeah, he seems almost back to health, and he's been playing really well. Didn't they just beat the 49ers? I mean, that's 3 49ers losses in a row. Bengals 49ers, yeah, they beat them 31-17. All indications that there are no trade talks on the last two. So deadline drew closer. He was expected to remain with the Patriots. Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, Justin, thanks for the 5-bomb. I mean, they should be competitive, but if the Chiefs play like they did against Denver, no, it's not going to be good. But here's the thing, man. Eliminate the turnovers, and I would be curious to see what that game looked like, all struggles aside. Like, if the Chiefs don't turn the ball over 5 times, do you think they win that game against the Broncos? Because I do. Now, there's no asterisk next to this loss. The Broncos played better, played a cleaner game. They averaged the Broncos offense averaged their average starting field position was the Chiefs' 29-yard line because the Chiefs kept coughing the ball up, and that didn't help. McCole Hardman's muffed punt gave him the ball at the 10. That didn't help that average either. Sorry guys, I'm jumping back and forth on Twitter here trying to see if there's any updates. No, nothing really. Is it possible to do a trade after the deadline? No. Hey, y'all, in about 10 minutes, Nick Wright's going to do his Mahomes Mountain segment. Nice. At this point, let's get word out of retirement and add Nigeria Nightmare. When you say word, do you mean Ward? Who are we talking about? Yeah, Tyler, I'm like 95% sure nothing will happen, man. But I wasn't getting anything productive done anyway. So I was like, let's just hang out. Let's just hang out while we wait. Oh, Barry Word. Dude, you're like taking me way back. Hey, man. Barry Word's only 59 years old. Still got some juice left in the tank. Dude. Nefarious with another 5-bomb. Appreciate it. Well, I wonder what Tyreek says if the Chiefs win a second Super Bowl without him and his team has bounced in round 1 again. The Broncos played well. Chiefs weren't there. Yeah, Broncos played pretty well. I mean, you didn't have to do that much on offense when you're getting the ball on average on the Chiefs' 29-yard line. You don't got to do that much. The Chiefs were... MVS's fumble, Mahomes had a strip sack. Those were both good plays by the Broncos. Mahomes threw a nasty pick that never should have been thrown to Kelsey. And then that last pick, that's a prayer. It's 4th and 22, game on the line. Mahomes is just throwing up a prayer, dude. He threw it into like quadruple coverage. And if there's pressure bearing down on him, I think at that point it's like, well, I'm going to loft it up, hopefully try to draw a flag, but it was over. It was over by that point anyway. But then McColl's muffed punt, dude. If McColl catches that punt or lets it bounce and it's a touchback, the Chiefs have the ball with a chance to drive the field, only trailing by 5 points. Instead, the Broncos go up 11 because they had the ball at the 9 and scored a touchdown there. So, pretty bad. Jan with the 10. Appreciate the 10 bomb. Let's go. Yeah, 4 minutes. Hello? Hello? Nothing's going to happen, guys. Again, I wasn't doing anything productive anyway, so I was like, I'll just hang out with you guys until the deadline ends. You think the Chiefs should get Evans? I don't know if it matters what I think they should do. I think they're going to do nothing, to be honest. You know, Andy Reid said we're good on wide receivers. If we would have not turned the ball over, it would have been fine, basically in the Broncos game. Yeah, when you've got, let's just say, like, throw out the last pick at the end of the game, 4 turnovers that stalled drives.
The ball down the field, boys.
I mean, that muff punt by McColl, man, the Chiefs defense stopped the Broncos, sacked him, put him out of field goal range, I believe. And the Chiefs defense had to go right back out there, dog. Yo, Antonio with the 2 months. Happy Halloween, Cole. Hope you and your family are doing good. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're going to go trick-or-treating for a little bit. It's going to be cold, man. I don't think my kids will last out there very long. This team can put up points when they don't drop the ball. That's true. On top of that, dude, that Rashee Rice drop, look at the coach's film on this. I'll pull it up. I posted it yesterday. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Look at this Rashee Rice drop. This is 5 minutes left in the third quarter. That wide open pass he dropped in the middle of the field. Chiefs trailing by 5. Okay, Rice is here. Look at where he is. Look at that. He drops it there, but he's right here. He's going to turn up this way. Like, that's where he's going. But, dude, you never know with his ability after the catch, he might have been gone for a touchdown. And instead, that's a drop. And what was that on? It was on 1st and 10. But still, dude, that's a catch that puts you... I mean, if he doesn't score there, they are borderline in the red zone. You know, that's a costly drop. And then we're not even talking about Sky's dropped pass in the end zone. And Andy Reid can stick up for Sky all he wants, but dude, he's got to come down with that ball and catch it. You got to come down with the ball. Cool, he lost track of it, and the Broncos DB was pulling on his left arm. I don't care. Like, I just don't care. I'm done with the excuses. I don't care. Catch the ball, dog. You know what I mean? So, 5 turnovers, those 2 pretty bad drops. That's all she wrote, baby. Nefarious with the 5 gifted, man. Appreciate you. And then Sean with the 10 bomb. I appreciate the content as always. I prefer for the long game for Veach. Keep the picks. Welcome back, Terry. Terry in the house. You feeling better? All right, let's see. It's 2:59. I'm going to take a look. I hit the wrong button. You just got the intro, baby. An offensive line move in New York. Jets bolstered their offensive line, signing 2-time Pro Bowl guard Roger Saffold III to their practice squad. Okay. He played in Buffalo in 2022. Okay, so pretty small move there. Nothing too crazy. Dude, I hit the freaking wrong button, dude. Some of these deadline moves do happen, and they get announced slightly after here, so we'll stay alive for a little bit longer. Can Justin Reed play wide receiver too? Asking for a friend in KC. He can block field goals, kick field goals, extra points, kick off. Sure. Put him at wide receiver. It's fine. Yeah, Snead had like 5 or 6 penalties. That's true too. Luke said front office are clowns. I mean, are you guys actually surprised they didn't make a move? They did make a move, actually. It was for McCole Hardman. Yeah, it was for McCole Hardman. Montez Sweat. The Cowboys did not respond to any of these moves today. No trades for Jerry. Or any moves, no trades for Jerry. NFL deadline trade has hit. No more trades. Surprise, surprise. No moves made, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas said big L. I mean, I don't know. I don't really think it's a big L. The Chiefs had 5 draft picks, right? They probably made some calls, but you don't have a lot of picks. They'll have some cap, or they'll have some cap space to make some moves next year in free agency in theory. You could let go of MVS next year. There's an out there. Chris Jones is on the last year of his deal, so I'll be curious to see what happens there. A lot of things that they need to process through. Snead's on his rookie last year of his deal. Willie Gay's on the last year of his deal. CEH, last year of his deal. Who else? Donovan Smith is on a 1-year deal. You know, some of these receivers are on, like Richie James, he might be gone anyway, but he's on a 1 year. Justin Ross might be gone. We don't know what's going to happen there. There's a lot of things they have to figure out and decide upon. But with some of those players going, it's going to free up money. Creed, I don't think he's on the last year of his deal, but I do think they can start negotiating with Creed and Nick Bolton next year. I think they're on the 3rd year of their deals. Aren't they? Trey Smith as well. Picking up Hardman was the move. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure that was it. We all knew that's all they wanted to do. This offseason will be a bit more adventurous, I think. Definitely be curious to see what they do. Cole, thanks for your vid, said Cody. Appreciate it, man. Keep it up. You're my primary source of Chiefs news. Hey, let's go, man. I'm honored to make the cut, brother. Cole, man, that game, I don't know how to decide if it didn't feel real. It was so bad. Oh, it was horrible. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, the Chiefs definitely pooped the bed. It was bad. It was basically as bad as, I mean, it was somewhere in the realm of that Colts loss last year. But everybody's clowning the Chiefs last year. They lost to the Colts, and they went on to win the Super Bowl. Now, am I saying because they lost to another, a really bad game, they're going to win the Super Bowl? I mean, no. But, dude, they're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. Clyde will be gone in February. Yeah, I don't think Clyde's coming back. That's not. There's some players on the last year of their deals that probably aren't coming back. I love L'Jarius Sneed, but he might not be coming back. Chiefs don't typically pay for corners. We'll see. They do have Chamari Connor, who's a bit of a Swiss Army knife that they could hope develops over this year into next. But it's a long season, dude. We could have some players get injured. That throws a wrench in some things. I don't hope it, but there's a lot of things the Chiefs front office has to go through and decide. It's not easy decisions. That's for sure. Veach is approaching the hot seat. Why do you think Veach is approaching the hot seat? They've been to 5 AFC championships in a row, 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. They just won another one. I don't think he's in the hot seat, dude. You want to talk about hot seat? You need to look at teams like, they just aren't doing well. You need to look at even Ryan Poles over in Chicago. I think they give him more time, but I don't think Veach is in the hot seat. James Johnson said, why don't you just talk about this year, not next? Well, 1, because I run the channel and not you, Jimmy boy. But 2, because when we're talking about the trade deadline, I'm going through thought processes that the front office is probably looking at too. When you're talking about making trades, you have to look into the roster and how things shape up next year too, not just this year. But if you have a question about this year, instead of being a D-bag, you can go ahead and ask it.
Grim be the Grim Reaper. And go
yeah, we didn't do anything. Brandon Staley, he's in the hot seat, but I hope they keep him. Cole, Sunday's game was so stressful. Yeah, it was very stressful, man. The overreacting from some fans is crazy. Veach has been great. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's always overreactions, especially after a bad loss. That was a really bad loss, dude. Mahomes didn't play well at all. He was sick, but he still didn't play well. He's not going to use that as an excuse. I don't think the coaching has been up to par where it needs to be. Yo, what's up, Brian? Good to see you, brother. A lot of people here don't remember the bad times, but Pepperidge Farms remembers. The year before Andy Reid, the Chiefs go 2-14. It was bad, dog. Casey fan said, I can't believe you, Nick. It wasn't Mahomes' fault. He was sick. Yeah, he was sick. But here's the thing. Mahomes isn't going to use that as an excuse for better or for worse. He's just going to take accountability for it. So we kind of have to treat it the same way, although he was sick. I don't know that I could have went out there after throwing up all night or whatever was going on with him. Like, I don't know if I could have went out there and played. I don't even know if I could have went out there and held water for the team, to be honest. Veach is not in the hot seat, said Jesse Knox. Yeah, for sure, man. He's fine. What's up, Matthew? What do you think Ross is doing right now? Justin Ross? Dude, I don't know. He's probably stressed out of his mind. He's had no priors, I believe. Probably super stressed. Let me check Twitter one more time here. The Bucs have officially signed quarterback John Wolford to their 53-man roster. Danielle Hunter stays in Minnesota. Jerry Jeudy and everybody else stays in Denver. No more NFL trades until March. That's it. Somebody needs to go check on some people who wanted D-Hop, man. Go check on them. Yeah, there's some moves that can still happen from the waiver wire, Ray. That's the only way that it can happen now, though. Sign free agents, which there's not a lot out there, or there's always the waiver wire. But now that the trade deadline's over, everybody has to go through the waiver wire. Veterans, so vested vets, and what's the other term? Vested vets and those who have under 4 years accrued playing time in the NFL. This guy over Pickens is crazy. Yes, sir. Jerry Jeudy's a tier 3 wide receiver. Good old Steve Smith Sr., baby. Cole, why did the 49ers trade for Chase Young? Dude, I don't know, Eloise. Your guess is as good as mine. They love to trade for people. I'll tell you that. James said we're going to win in Miami 28-17. Dude, I hope so. Any dub. Any trades? The Chiefs made no trades. Yeah, the Chiefs made no trades. Somebody has to have a report of all the trades. We could look at them real quick, but nothing crazy, dude. Not really. The Commanders traded Montez Sweat and Chase Young, and those were the two biggest. The Vikings traded for a quarterback. I can't even remember his name. Josh Dobbs, I think. Nothing crazy. Why didn't they go get anyone? There's a clear issue. Only 5 draft picks for next year, very little cap space, and they did go get someone. They got McCole Hardman last week. Whether we like that answer or not, they did get somebody before the trade deadline. So, yeah, Brandon. Yeah, you can always sign free agents. There's not a lot left, but you can definitely sign some if you want. Yep, we are going to run with whom we brung. Yes, sir, K-Wayne. Who thinks Miami has a good chance to win on Sunday? I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if Miami's favored, to be honest, after the Chiefs' last performance. But I haven't looked at any of the odds or anything like that right now. Cut Sky Moore, yeah, he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Cole, the Chiefs should trade in the first round Brock Bowers and let Kelsey develop him. Ooh, yeah, I'll be curious to see what the Chiefs do in free agency before the draft. Because if they go into the draft needing a left tackle, dude, they're gonna be trading up. They're gonna be getting one, I would think. What did Flip say? We need to shut Tyreek up, Cole? Yes, we do. Everyone about to be sick in Germany? Yeah, there's probably gonna be a few sick people. It's gonna be spreading around, that's for sure. Chiefs are 2.5-point favorites. Okay. No. It's not much. We traded for Mooney. We didn't trade for nobody, dog. We ain't trading for nobody. All right. Here's all the list of everybody that went down. Chase Young went to San Francisco. Montez Sweat to the Bears. Leonard Williams to the Seahawks. Kevin Byard. Can't say his last name because I suck. To the Eagles. I mean, I'm just looking at other notable ones. Donovan Peoples-Jones might have been the last trade, or Rasul Douglas to the Bills. Joshua Dobbs, that's the quarterback going to Minnesota. McCole Hardman, he's on there. See? The Chiefs made a move. Sorta. Kinda. You see the Broncos game? Yes, I've watched it twice. Yes, sir. Is Andre Rison or Joe Horn available? Hey, man, what about Tony G? I mean, come on now. Let's bring back Tony G. We'll run some, 14 personnel. 4 tight ends out there. Yon Nefarious with a 10 bomb. Dude, you're going off the stream. Appreciate you, man. As exciting as the deadline is, it's not MLB trade deadline activity. There's only so many players at so many positions. Baseball is easier to plug and unplug pieces. Let's go. Let's freaking go. How about those Chiefs? Yeah, I saw another tweet. Here that kind of goes over why there wasn't a lot of moves made. Very few teams are out of it. 15 of 16 AFC teams are within 2 games of each other. Only 2 NFC teams are further than 2 games out of the playoff picture, and teams are reluctant to flip high-end draft picks. So that's part of it. You know, I bet the Chiefs called, but dude, you only have 5 draft picks next year. You've got a lot of players leaving, potentially. I don't know who they're going to re-sign, but Joshua said, I'm so sorry you had to watch that game twice. Yeah, I watched it live, calling the game on Sunday, and then I watched it again when I made my recap video of it the next day, and I was like, I drank 2 or 3 beers while editing it, because I'm like, I am sick to my stomach watching this game. I think Miami have a better chance to win with their offense playing like it is. I think a big factor is going to be the Chiefs' defense versus Miami's offense for sure. But, dude, if the Chiefs can just clean up the turnovers, you can't have 5 turnovers and win a game. I don't even know, how many teams have 4 turnovers and win a game? Dead serious. What are the stats? Because I don't know them, but it can't be a lot. Cole, should we get new KC jerseys or new helmets, like alt jerseys and helmets? I don't think Clark Hunt will do so. He's pretty traditional out of respect for his dad, and so I think that's kind of how it'll stay. About time said, Cole, after Sunday, I'm just done. Fire Andy, bring Herm back, and I bet would be a solid placement for Patty. What about Trent Green? What about him? Calling it, dude. McDuffie's going to lock Hill down. I'm with it. Yeah, that game was definitely not good. Is Snead turning into Fenton? No, but he needs to lay off. He needs to lay off some of the physicality. I understand that's his play style, but dude, if you're gonna get flagged that many times, you gotta lay off of it a little bit. Bring back Joe Montana. Yeah, those turnovers killed the game, dude. No throwbacks because red and gold is important. That's not a reason. Clark Hunt, weirdo. Clark Hunt's a weirdo? Or am I a weirdo? Either way, I don't know what I just read. But, yeah, Clark Hunt, out of respect for his dad, Lamar, is probably just not going to do alt helmets and alt jerseys, because I think that's how Lamar was. So, for good or bad, that's just probably how it's going to be. I'd be shocked if we beat Miami. I really hope so. Definitely don't want to lose to the Dolphins and the Eagles. You'll be coming out of there 6-4. That'd be pretty rough. Why leave Thursday? That's what Andy Reid said, that he's typically done for overseas games, and he's kind of a man of tradition, so that's what they're going to do. When do we sign and then release CJ Spiller? Yes, sir, Lenny. The turnovers were the killer, man. Killer. And then there's a couple pretty bad drops. Rashees was the worst in the middle of the field, wide open. Sky probably should have reeled that in at the end of the game for a touchdown, but that still might have been too little too late. You never know. You want to get Zach Wilson, put him at wide receiver? Eloise Cole, is it okay to speak German on Sunday? I can actually do it. You definitely can. I won't know what the hell you're saying, but you can definitely do it. Who's covering Hill? Probably half the secondary. It'll be either Snead or McDuffie, and then they'll bracket him, I would assume. Sean with the 5. I mean, I'm not going to say we are for sure winning, but Dolphins haven't beat a team with a winning record in a long time. We will see. Yeah, that's actually a pretty crazy stat. I don't know why we're still staring at my Twitter here because there's nothing else going on. You'll be supporting the Chiefs on Sunday. Let's go, Tom. Appreciate that. Chiefs fans lose one game and lose all their faith in a team. Yeah, I mean, it was an ugly loss. But you just got to look at it realistically, man. Snead with some of those penalties, so the 5 turnovers, 0-3 in the red zone. Some uncharacteristic stuff happened. Mahomes was off. Some of it was him being sick, but he was still off. So, yeah, it's not the end of the world. Definitely an ugly loss. How much help does Josh Allen need? Another corner? Well, Kyrie Elam ain't that guy. So they needed help. Teams that turn the ball over 4+ times have a combined .050 win percentage. There you go. Basically impossible to win. Well, the Broncos turn the ball over. How many times they turn the ball over? Just that one strip sack? Was it just that once? What's up, LBFAC? Doing good, man. About to jump off here in a couple minutes, but I wanted to hop on before the trade deadline and just hang out with you guys. And we have 666 viewers right now. Oh, on Halloween. Blessings. Yeah, I just wanted to hang out with you guys until the trade deadline passed because I couldn't get anything done anyway. I just kept looking at Twitter. What's up with Mahomes' hand? Yeah, it got stepped on. It's a little cut up, but I think he's going to be fine. He'll probably have it wrapped or something in Germany. Imagine Chase Young on one side, Bosa on the other. Yeah, former teammates, right? Pretty sure. Pretty crazy. Song says, boo! The 666 viewers. Abel said, sup, y'all? Who are we getting to help out Travis? McCole Hardman, baby. That's it. Nobody else today. What's my Halloween costume? Dude, I'm going to dress up in like multiple layers, a sweater, a coat, and a stocking cap, and just walk around with my daughter. She's going to be like a vampire. That's all I need is fangs, dude. I'm pale enough to be a vampire. Easy. That's an easy one. Yeah, no worries, Casey fan. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to do anything either. Yes, sir, Abel. Appreciate you. Cole, you should dress up as Chiefsaholic. Wear the wolf mask. I could dress up as Russell Wilson. I've got a jersey. I got a Carr jersey, a Justin Herbert jersey. One jersey for each AFC West team. What's Casey the dog? Oh, dressing up. Dude, she's going. That's a good question. What are we going to do with the dog? I don't even know. She going to dress up as a cat, dude. You'd make a fantastic wizard. Oh, that's all I need is a wizard hat. That's actually a fantastic idea. Gage said, how is D-Hop less than a second-round pick? Oh, D-Hop didn't move, so I don't know what he would have actually been worth. He has a $15 million cap hit next year, I'll tell you that. Yeah, Hill and Waddle equals Snead McDuffie. Sounds about right. When does the trade deadline end? It ended 20 minutes ago. Chiefs made no moves. Cole Potter the Wizard. Dress up like Russ. Sharpie a beard. Sharpie a beard? You could get a vape and some vampire teeth and then you're all set. Hey, that's it. That's all we need. Please don't put that on your old. What are you talking about? What did the Chiefs do? Absolutely nothing, Nicole. Kobe's going to cry. Yeah, Chiefs had like $3.2 million. Love the shirt. Thanks, man. Mahomes on Lenny. You already know. Shout out to the legend. Oh, you're all good, James. I was just trolling. Just trolling, man. What did the Chiefs do? Lose badly. Yeah, they lost to Denver pretty bad. Pretty bad. All right, guys. Well, that's it. I'll probably get back on tonight for a live stream after trick-or-treating with the fam. Might be like 8:30, a little bit later than normal, but we'll definitely be live for the Tuesday night Q&A. I got to make some ads for some upcoming videos and some more YouTube shorts. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks for all the gifteds, the donos, and just everybody being here. We peaked at about 1,000 people near the end of the trade deadline, and the Chiefs did absolutely nothing like I expected. But there you have it. It's official. Chiefs aren't making really any more moves unless they're claiming some people from the waiver wire throughout the season, but they're going to kind of roll with who they got, and they're going to have to figure out a way to make it work. So again, appreciate y'all as always, and until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go. Have a good, safe Halloween, and eat some candy for me.
How about those Chiefs?